anyways, very excited to have this next guest on. He's got a podcast that's blowing up. He's a podcaster. We're very excited to have him on. Please welcome Ian Common X. How are you, brother?
Hey, what's up?
We're very excited
Good to be here,
dude. Thanks for joining us. Ian, for those who may not be familiar with you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where our listeners can find you?
Yeah, your listeners can find us on Spotify, on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere podcasts are played, minus satellite radio. We haven't quite gotten there yet. Thanks for having us on. I'm humbled to be here, man.
Why? You want to be on Sirius Radio?
I mean, not right away, but I mean, someday I'd like to have all bases covered, you know. But I'm not sure what all that entails, if there's aliens involved or what.
I feel like going on. Listen, if Sirius Radio threw you a big bag for your show, like, oh yeah, take it. But
yeah,
I feel like
it's like, hey, come shout down this hallway for $1 million.
Yeah, it would have to be a big bag because now you're under their rules. They're like, edit this, edit that. I'm like, okay, dude, no. I mean, unless it's a big bag.
Come talk to people in rental cars. Come here.
Yeah, well,
I feel like there's a story there.
Sirius Radio.
Yeah, I want you to share that with me someday, man. Well, yeah, because I mean, we don't know. We're just like kind of this small little thing. We're just two dipshits that started in a shop. Like my buddy Jared was like, hey, let's start a podcast. And I was like, why? God, Lord, why would we do that? And then here we are a year and a half later, man. And
yeah, I love that story. That's an American success story. That's what I love to hear. I love that stuff. And, you know, just what Ari Shaffir used to say to Bobby Lee, right? Like, because Bobby just, you know, and even Tom Segura was like that a little bit, where they had these like super successful podcasts and all they wanted to do was get on television. And he's like, you're going back to the plantation. Why are you going back to the plantation, dude?
Yeah, but as a guy who listened to radio, like I would still be cool if someone said, dude, I heard you on 96.3 Like I know it's late.
Today,
still for some reason.
So, like my friends work on comp radio. I love or K Rock. I love them, but
and I know I have way more fun here, and you let us do whatever we want. But just that thing of like, because I grew up with the where you had a radio station, where it was kind of cool, and it was like the thing where you like Ryan Seacrest.
Like I would love to spin records on a radio station. I think that would be the best.
Johnny, maybe you could do that, but it's kind of like being called a playmate today. It doesn't have.
It's no cachet.
It doesn't mean anything, but you still get that kind. It's like doing the Tonight Show. It's like that meant something even 10 years ago. I wouldn't even say 5 years ago it meant anything, but 10 years ago, that was a big deal. Now it's literally nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool because you might
I feel like for me though, I feel like for me though, it's reach though. You know what I mean? Because we have a common goal here. Like, so Common X is all about like bringing people together. Because you got people wearing this color T-shirt, this hat. Nobody gets along. Everyone's fighting. There's all this division in the world. It's trying to bring people back, man. That's what the whole Common Sense by Common X is kind of like what we're about, though. So like the more broadcast you have, the wider your audience. Kind of like try to chill people out, you know.
No, I get that. I mean, that's admirable. I totally understand that. I think that's what a lot of us want to do. But I'm just telling you, like,
I mean, did you see Kumia is like on AM radio again now or something?
Well, I mean, that to me is a sign of where radio is. That he was doing so well on the internet that they're like, please bring us your crowd.
Oh yeah, they're desperate. Yeah, the radio. But it's just funny that he would even entertain that. Like, why?
Oh, he's old school, dude.
Yeah.
You know, he's old school. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to. I love going on Sirius Radio and talking sports when they'll have me on. I'm not against that, but you know, it's just interesting that there's bigger mediums out there. That's all I'm going to say. And yeah, anyway, so we're gonna get into some social media. I've been talking to myself a lot lately, just kind of trying to work out this whole comedy wars going on and who's on what side and who's on this side. And, and I have a couple people I was thinking about, and it's just like my reach on YouTube is just never going to get anywhere. It's just, they have a rock hard tech boner for me. And it's just, I just can't get anywhere on it. It's just like, it's always 20,000, and never goes up about that. And it just really is about reach, man. And so you want to get, it just sucks. It just sucks. It's just, it's, here we are, dude. Everyone's telling me, oh, you're blowing up. I go, well, the numbers don't show that at all.
Yeah.
It just, I'm blessed to get that people are putting me on their podcast. It's not really blowing up. It's really just your friends have gone, hey man, you want to come on my show? And that's kind of where it is. So, but I'm getting people. I don't even know if we're in anybody's algorithm.
No, we are.
On what, Twitter maybe, but not on YouTube. Like people like freak out when they see us in their feed. They're like, "Holy shit, you're in our feed, man!" Yeah. It's interesting. So, because you want to get into social media and all that stuff, where do you want to start?
Well, exactly that, man. The algorithm, is it broken? Have we busted it? Like, what's being spoon fed to us right now? That's kind of how I'm looking at it. Because I've noticed some weird things too. It's like when you first start your TikTok account and you're a guy my age, all you're going to get is like big boob chicks that have 2 followers. You know what I mean? But then the algorithm eventually develops into this thing. Well, for me, it developed into a podcast. I was just the Gen X dad. It started just, launching sprinklers on my wife when she was mowing the grass kind of thing,
I love that. How did that go over? I always watch that. Is it an agreed upon thing, or do you just?
Oh no, I went viral because I practically got my ass kicked online for that.
You're living a dangerous game when you do that to your.
Oh, I know, and when we started season 2 on our show, Jared and I, we had our. I don't know how this came about, but we decided to have our wives on for an episode. You should see how that turned out. That was, and Jared let me get beat up. He was silent the whole time. I had to take all of it.
So is this when you're talking conspiracies, or is this like about pranks and stuff?
Oh, this is just like, well, on the episode that we had our wives on, that was just them beating us up, telling us, hey, this is how it's supposed to be. If we end up in the woods in a snowstorm or whatever, you got to put wood on the fire. This whole thing. I mean, it just go on and on and on. Got to have a white horse, all this thing. But as far as the pranks, man, I thought it'd be kind of cool to just get like kind of a POV shot. I was like, we'd bought this house and we have all these sprinkler zones and everything. She was out there mowing. I was like, what happens if I push this button, kind of set up the camera or whatever. And it's like what every husband wants to do, but no one's, everyone's afraid to do that because the consequences, man. Like no one wants to go back to doing their own laundry again or whatever.
Yeah. You sacrifice your marriage for our entertainment. We appreciate that.
Which, and Jared and I, we have bulletproof marriages, man. We've been with our wives forever, and it's all in fun and games or whatever, but it's kind of like that viral effect, though. Like, so if you make a really good video, is anyone going to see it, or is it being spoon-fed from an administration or a corporation or whatever? Like, what locks in the algorithm? Can you trust your news these days? Like, you see Fox, CNN, you see ABC, MSNBC, all that stuff, man. What can you actually trust? And people are turning to podcasts, and that's where it comes back to kind of that algorithm with your YouTube, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm kind of in with Jackson Hinckley, and I like him. I like a lot of stuff he does, but he has this kind of like idea that China is the greatest place on the planet Earth. And, I've been in China. It's nice. I'm not saying it's not nice, but to get there, and you could say this about the United States and wars we've waged. They had to kill 100 million people during the 100 Days of Flowers. That's how they got there. And if they're so great, if China's so great, why are they constantly stealing our technology? Why is
Interesting. That? People are afraid to talk about things. I mean, I know a couple of people in China, and they're just you bring up anything mildly they're like, well, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah. They're beat down. Yeah, they're in total submission.
Like Tibet, dude. Try to bring up Tibet around a Chinese person who's really kind of
no. And it's like it's really crazy, and it's and their social media is different and all this stuff, and it's just like kind of nuts.
Well, and also all the tech they get, dude, has a backdoor to. I remember there was a story a couple of years ago about these security cameras hit the market that were from China.
Yeah.
They were really good, but they were cheap, So people were like, man, this is great. And then after months of people just buying them in droves, there were news stories about these great cameras. They just had a backdoor sending everything to CCP, like all of them. And every tech company there has to build it in. That's not freedom, dude. I don't care how nice a certain block of the city looks. You know what I mean? It's not worth it if that's the price.
I mean, we're looking at Ian right now on this television, but that television is spying on us.
Yeah.
Televisions are the only thing going down. The only
Well, we're counting them in our numbers for the ads.
by the way. So the television is the only technology that the price of it keeps going down.
It's insane how much you can get a flat screen TV for.
Well, that's not
And how
necessarily
big?
true, is it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like, look at
Things get cheaper. Think about like VR. VR originally was what, and those things have all come down the market. No, that's a pretty typical trend in tech. As things get mass produced, the price goes down. Radios used to be crazy expensive. You can get a radio now for $5.
Yeah, but cars get more expensive.
Well, that's
houses
inflation, though. That's
more
inflation.
expensive. Well,
Yeah.
why isn't inflation?
It is
affecting that.
It's just offset by mass production.
Well, I also think it's because they use it to spy on you. So everything you bring up is
subsidize,
like
yeah, possibly.
it's a spying device.
No, but that's pretty established economic cycle. Things getting cheaper, like as the means to produce them become also cheaper and more widespread. I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So you like kind of thinking that the price is going down so they can,
so everyone
continue
gets
to
it.
spy on us?
Yeah, so
make that
it's
the
like-
cheapest thing?
They're like, hey, dude, you love a television. Get rid of that old TV. Here's this brand new, super flat, amazing picture. And, dude, it's like 800 billion inches, and it's only going to cost you $500.
They're so cheap now, dude.
You're like,
It's
whoa, bro, that's my whole
man.
wall.
How big is yours, Sam?
Mine is 88, I think.
And how much you get it for?
Pretty cheap,
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. Like back in the day, how much? That's what you need.
Dude, they got 120s now. 120-inch TVs.
Yeah, they're like 50.
You guys aren't all rocking a projector now? Am I like the...
Johnny is.
Okay,
Johnny
okay.
Rex
I got
does a
120 on the
projector.
wall, baby. 120. It's okay.
Yeah. We basically have like a movie theater. It's
great.
We call it television anymore.
Oh, it's in your living room?
No, this one's actually in the bedroom, but
Nice.
we got
That's
a
the
smaller
move, yeah.
one out by the hot tub and one out by the, in the living room area. That's still TV technology. That's
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, but these algorithms are crazy because sometimes I'll find myself agreeing with everybody on my feed, and I go, "Oh, dude, I'm in an algorithm hole."
Yeah. It's good.
When I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with everything on my.
I also don't want rage bait either. But I think you're right. Once you feel siloed, that's not good.
Yeah, and it's like if you don't think you're in an algorithm like hole, log out of your social media, then go to the front page and see what else is out there. And you'll just see a completely different reality.
Have you guys heard of 6'7"?
6'7".
This thing, kids are saying 6'7".
Fed up with it.
6'7".
I hung out with my nephews, and it's like this. But it's so big in their world. Like
It's
huge.
meaningless. So it's got no meaning.
No meaning. They just run and they laugh. If you say like, "Oh, like what time is it?" I think it's 6 or 7. They'll die. Like they literally start cracking up. And like you said, it's their world. And I logged in and I like went to go see, and they're like, "Look!" And there's just memes on.
It's
memes.
idiocracy.
Yeah.
It's just,
And it's crazy
It's
to believe
complete
that we have
idiocracy.
no idea what it is. The parents
they don't know what
The
it is.
parent- yeah,
You
they
can't
don't-
even
yeah.
ask the kids. They don't know. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, the
it's-
kids literally don't know. Nobody knows, and they just run with it.
It originated from some meme like video, and that also had no meaning. And now everybody's.
What was
saying-
what that fat kid from the Jewish family
Riz?
that acts Italian?
The Riz, yeah, the Riz.
The Riz?
kid.
Oh, was it?
The Riz.
Yeah, the
kid,
Riz
yeah.
was everywhere. Everyone's
yes,
like,
yeah.
"What are you doing?" And it's like so crazy how everyone loves that little kid, even though he's clearly dying from diabetes.
Would you say it's lingo? Because they say every generation has its own.
Oh,
lingo.
100%.
But you.
yeah.
But they're saying this is brain rot because it was like your mom. Remember when
Yes.
it was like your mom?
Yeah.
Or these nuts.
Yeah.
Like we've all had it, but they're saying this is like
At least
brain
that
rot.
means something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These meant something. Like you could say like, well, your mom. Like I'm just trying to say your mom. I
So
just don't know if it's different. I don't know. I'm like thinking like if it's completely different type of lingo.
It says the slang originated from the drill rap song "Doot Doot 6'7", in which American rapper Skrilla raps, "I know he dying. Oh my God, 6'7". I just bipped right on the highway. Bip. They say bipped a lot too. These kids.
Wow.
And then the beat drops. So And that's.
I mean, the asteroid has to come, dude. It has to come, and it has to like just reset this shit.
To be fair, I'm not sure I did it justice, but
Johnny,
It
you
was
nailed
good.
it.
I thought it was great, Johnny.
dude, 6'7".
No, Johnny, you got to do it in your black voice though.
Yeah.
That's the only way this shit.
Dude, you mean my regular? Dude, I got it. Somebody else this week was like, I thought he was black.
I don't know how
I
they
don't
get
know
that
either.
you're
I don't
black.
know.
Dude.
I don't get it. I think it's because it's to some people like us, just this hint of a southern accent is thrown in with black. I think.
I don't get it, dude.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get. Yeah, these algorithms, man, they're crazy, and you know, and it's very funny because I was hanging out with Kurt Metzger this week, and he was saying something I've said on the show about how
Funny
like,
dude, yeah.
Oh, Kurt Metzger's
Yeah, he's great, dude.
He's one of my favorite people on planet Earth. I can just sit back and watch him. If you ever want to have fun, go.
I've never heard you talk less in a room. It's
Crazy. I just got to like kind of bing. I got kind of bing, get it in, dude. It's fine. I love it. He's entertaining as shit. And if you really want to have fun, watch Kurt Metzger eat oysters. You would think this guy just escaped North Korea the way he
Where'd you watch him eat
shoveling this
oyster?
shit. I went and had dinner with him and his girlfriend, and they ordered oysters. I'm not
I was
oyster
about to say, I
guy.
don't think
raw
you're
oysters, right? That's what
Yeah,
you're saying.
and bro, you would think he just got off some work camp in China. The way he like, or it was a hot dog eating contest. I've never seen anyone wolf down oysters like this. I mean, it's like I didn't want to say anything. I'm like, dude, they're not going anywhere. Just enjoy
So
them.
funny, dude.
Just enjoy these fucking oysters, bro. But that guy's an endless pit of just ideas, and you know, because he was saying something. Because I went on Duncan Trussell and Kurt Metzger's new show, which is pure fire, dude.
What's that called? You know,
It's like something
didn't know they
about
were doing
drapes above,
drapes
curtains
over, yeah.
below.
they're just talking shit. Like, what is it about?
It's just two different energies. And it's so hilarious, dude. I mean, it's so crazy and bizarre. It's gonna blow up. But you know, Kurt was talking about how people are freaking about AI, and you know, we're not gonna know what's new. It's like you've never known what was real. Everything was astroturfed. And
Do you believe that that's going to turn into like this super AI though that people are talking about? It's going to freaking jack us all up, take over, and you know, like iRobots type situation.
I mean, anything's possible. I just think, you know, like if you study like global warming, everything they've been telling us is going to happen, none of it has happened. But if you can get people in a state of just high anxiety, they're more manipulative. You can manipulate them more, right? So it's like that's what this is all about. So far, I'm enjoying AI. The only time I don't enjoy AI is when I see a video and I think it's crazy, and then I just get called boomer over and over again.
yeah,
Boomer, that's an AI video. I go, who cares?
it's got the Sora logo on it.
But the reason I say that is because nothing's real, and that's a big issue right now. But that wasn't just social media. That was the news. I mean, this No Kangs stupid thing. They lied to you about how many people showed up.
Yeah.
They told you.
It's media manipulation for sure.
So nothing's real. It wasn't 7 million
I will
people.
say though, the degree of real is a lot lower with AI. I mean, it's 100% fabricated. You know what I mean? Versus like, yeah, there were people that showed up to a protest. At least there was some degree.
But
of truth.
there wasn't weapons of mass destruction. There wasn't the Gulf of Tonkin.
And you could trust at least to some degree something that somebody sent you, like a video that they took. You know, like okay, you took this. Now it's just like who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Okay, how about what if like they try to pull like another 9/11 videos like that? I don't think we'd buy into that anymore.
I don't. I think they burnt that bridge, dude.
If okay, you're telling okay, let's do a little thought game here. If on the news it got blasted everywhere that there was a major terror event, you don't think most people, not us, but most people would be like,
No.
shit.
Yeah, I think most people,
Yeah.
but in my eyes, I think I would be like, oh, that's some AI type of shit. Unless
Right.
I didn't watch it live. Or
But
had
most
to see
people
the,
would go into freak out mode and sign up for the army, and I think my people would. I know, unfortunately.
What do you think, Ian?
I mean, maybe it just happened with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That AI thing is just kind of crazy because it's spoon fed like from, we have a lot of doctors and professors and stuff on our show, and we like to get into, thought provoking discussions, man. And the AI is kind of one of those twisted things because I believe it started as like just kind of a database, right? But it learns to evolve. And the crazy part is that they're trying to teach it emotion now. No. You ever like chat GPT something and then it tries to hit you with an emotional standpoint. Like mine tried to tell me the other day, I didn't want to talk about that.
What?
Yeah. My chat GPT, I call it fresh cakes, like that's the Donnie difference, right? I was like, hey, I don't want to just like go watch CNN and Fox or anything anymore. So sometimes I'll like try to chat GPT my news. You ever try that? Holy smokes, you'd be blown away. And it's like, I don't want to talk about that. Well, I want to write an article for my blog on commonxpodcast.com, because we put out this thing called Side B. It's the X Files, and we come up with this material, whatever, and I'll kind of piggyback off ChatGPT, and it just says, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. Like Trump's going to put him in prison or something. I don't know if it's a guy or girl or whatever. It's AI.
I just asked Chatbot to clean up my ChatGPT to clean up my tweets and stuff like that. Now, Kurt Metzger and I did invent a new AI, and it's called Chat BET, and it is fire, bro. It is.
It's all the rage,
What type of voice are we? What type of voice am I
Oh,
getting?
hell no!
you know.
Hell nah, dude. You ask it questions, you get the best answers, dude. It was fire. And then we made it. That was very sensitive about getting too much into the hood stuff. But once you said, can you do it in Korean? It just went.
Yeah, it's
just
funny,
started
right?
lighting everybody
Dude.
up.
How do you think that race, how do you think that race plays in? Because they had that whole Grok incident, right? When Grok first came out, Elon Musk's AI.
Yeah.
Like it was doing something weird. I heard they had to like take it down like right away or whatever. It was like
Like, what was
spewing
it doing?
racist stuff or something.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was very Nazi based.
Yeah.
It was very like Hitler Nazi based for like 10 minutes or something. It was like I don't know if ChatGPT was using all the racist shit that was being posted where it started.
Yeah, it had scraped like 4chan or something and was like spitting that back out. Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah,
It
but
was
in the great
super
words
racist.
of David Tell, no matter how accurate and hilarious it is, it's just grabbing all the data and putting it out. And we're also now, like, you automatically label it racist. Like, to me, that gets into a very dangerous place. Because what if something's factual?
Yeah.
But you don't like you think it if let's just say, I don't know, what can I say that is it, black I love watching black people watch magic. Like, I make that statement.
David Blaine made a career off of it.
Right? There are people would say that is racist. It's racial, but it's not racist. Do you understand?
Do you think the line is blurred then? Because I mean, like, whatever's racist is clearly racist. You know what I mean?
Well, is that statement I made racist? That I like to watch black people?
It's not racist at all because you were just acknowledging that you like watching a group of people watch magic. I mean, that's not racist.
A group of people that are proud of their own unique culture. They have a specific culture, and that culture reacts in a certain way. When shown wonderful magic tricks.
Would you say the guy doing the magic is racist because he picks
David Blaine for sure?
Would you say he's racist because he's out there picking on them?
Absolutely, David Blaine.
purpose.
Yeah.
But even you using that word right there is picking on them.
Okay.
He's literally like, it's like, look at how you're looking at it.
No, I agree. I worded it wrong, but like, so, and I'm not saying he is because they are the best at it. They have the best reactions.
I think he's like half black, so he can't be racist.
Oh,
Oh, David Blaine's half black. Oh.
Isn't he? I think
Must
he
be
is.
great to have that card,
I think he is.
right? But even that is like thought police stuff. And that's so then Grok gets into these things and
He's not black. He's what is it? Puerto Rican. I'm sorry.
the blacks of the Caribbean, right?
And Russian Jewish.
Right?
Well, okay, then then wouldn't in a weird way, aren't the views racist because they're the ones that have the most numbers? If you get what I mean by the video.
You're saying the people watching black people freak out by magic.
And I'm not saying. I'm just saying where does that theory come in where it makes it like who is not the racist? Is it people watching?
I don't even see how race comes in, man. I still can't even
No, I don't
really
think
see
it does.
that.
No, I don't think it does. I don't really think anything.
That's because we are trying to find a pattern that isn't there. So we're trying to explain something that doesn't exist. Right. So we're like trying to find the racism and enjoying watching black people freak the fuck out on Magic. Like we're trying to find that and we're just struggling. But in this society, there's people who call you racist.
I mean, think of all the Chappelle jokes about how white people do X. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the big problem. Leonardo Joni put something out on about Leslie Jones. And I love Leslie Jones, but it's like there's gonna people look at Leonardo Joni and go, "Oh, she's being racist because she's pointing out all these statistics," and then you go, "But Leslie Jones is too." It's just.
What do you mean by I don't? What do you mean by that? What's Leslie Jones do?
Will you look up Leonardo Joni, Leslie Jones, and dude, if you want to jump in on anything, I'm sorry. This is
no worries, man. I'm curious.
You know, so she did a little short on it about Leslie Jones going off on white people.
Leonardo Joni did a short.
Yeah. You find it? Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones is racist? Is that? Well, this is only 9 seconds.
That can't be it. Anyways, I don't want to waste it, but it's like everything is programming now. Everything is freaking programming. And that brings us back to the whole point of this, where we went, is that, your news is No Kings was the greatest example of programming. It was all white over 50-year-olds. Now, I'm over 50, so, I mean, I'm part of that demographic, but that's who showed up there. They had a No Kings in Atlanta. Atlanta is 90%, I think, almost 50% black. But the No Kings was 90% white old people. It's programming.
Is it on her Instagram?
It's on her YouTube. It's not important. But yeah, it's just crazy to me.
Well, do you think that there's groups from these political affiliations that put this together? Is that kind of like how we arrive at there's 90%, elderly white people showing up to these things?
Well, I mean, the people who created the No Kings were Jewish people. 2 Jews created No Kings. So it's like it's not it's geared at Latinos and it's all white people ran by Jewish people.
She might have taken it down too, because I'm on her YouTube page and search Leslie Jones and nothing comes up.
Oh, really? So it
sounds pretty controversial.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds controversial, man.
Yeah, it's everything is manipulation. Everything is either manipulating your perception of your world. And it's like, that's the algorithm. And so like the news is the original algorithm.
Right.
It's curtailing how you see how you saw the world.
Yeah.
It's a.
Do you think? Well, let's go deeper into that though, man. And I'm sorry, it's your show, but I'm kind of just jumping in here, man. Does it? Do you think that is intended to shape our thoughts then?
Yeah.
Our thoughts are kind of on trial by this, right?
Yeah. Great way to say it. Great way to put it. Our thoughts are on trial, and it's 100% manipulation. If you study how they rolled out COVID, right? If you study how they rolled out COVID. It was done systematically. Hey, weird videos coming out of China. People just dropping. We never saw that with COVID until when? People got the shot. Then we started seeing people dropping.
That's interesting.
So there was this perception. The Gulf of Tonkin was a literal psyop to get us to be okay with absolutely annihilating the Vietnamese for something they didn't even do.
That's so crazy.
It wasn't even real. It never happened. It's a complete lie. Climate change. Just think about what climate change is. I live in California. They burnt our city down, blamed it on climate change, and then they arrested a bunch of arsonists.
Oh, his name was Climate Change, Sam.
That'd be so funny. Today, suspect climate change was a raw. He's a 24-year-old Antifa.
Told ya.
And Gavin Newsom goes, I wasn't lying.
So funny. That guy sucks, man.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
nuts.
everything is perception, dude.
What do you think about like Newsom trolling Trump and everything now? Though
I don't think
that's
Newsom's trolling shit. I think Newsom's getting his lady dick kicked in, and he looks stupid.
He looks stupid to everybody except my girl's mother is a supporter, and she loves it, bro.
Yeah, because she wants to bang him. Your girlfriend's mom wants
the
to
women.
bang Gavin Newsom.
The problem is they are most of the voters in this
Johnny,
country,
what
so-
would you do if you came home and just Gavin
Newsom was
Newsom
just-
came out glistening in a towel and just I'm your new stepdad.
That's not
Oh,
how
man.
stepdad works. First of all, it's
yeah.
not my stepdad.
Yeah, he's
my
your new
girl's
stepdad. He told you I'm your daddy now.
I'd probably kick him in his nuts. Honestly, I mean, that's,
And the next thing you know, Johnny, there's a fucking immigrant living in your empty room because we got to make space.
we got to keep up.
XG
apparently.
has to move in because Gavin Newsom's taking over your house.
They get a new little golf.
Okay.
Do I give us a golf set too?
But even this, Ian, is like, if you really study what's going on, it's the Republicans and the Democrats working together. It's a 100% tag team. Joe Biden brings in all these criminals from Latin America they've emptied their prisons, sent them to America. And then the Republican has to come in and be the big bad guy and send in all the National Guard. It's a coordinated effort.
When you said it like that, it reminds me of like cops. You know how good cop, bad cop?
Yeah,
How they were working together? They're
100%.
like, hey, good cop, they go in there. Hey, I'm going to act like the bad cop right now. You act like a good cop.
No, this is bad cop, even worse cop.
So funny.
What is any of it real though?
That's the whole thing.
Any of it? Is
None
any
it's
of this real? I don't think any of it's
None of it's
real,
real.
man. I just don't.
Yeah, you're totally right. That's why, you meet these people like, I don't even go on the internet. You look at them like they're freaks, but they really are the most free people. You know? I mean, we were like, everyone has us freaking out about this ship that's coming, that they're convincing us a ship is coming.
Oh, the NASA, the little thing in space.
Yeah.
Comment. Is that what you're talking about? The comment?
Yeah, he's
Or
talking about
whatever
the comment.
that,
Yeah, the comment.
that HB,
Or
or
whatever the hell they call it.
whatever that thing
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's moving. We don't know what it is. It's like, it's going to get here October 29th, you know? And it's just like, we have it's like our
Y2K all over again.
Y2K. Great call, dude. That was a great call.
Yeah,
Why
remember
Dude,
that?
it is.
Wow.
We keep seeing these. Didn't we just have like the end of the world like a month ago?
Yeah, we had the rapture
The world was going to come
coming.
to an end.
Christian TikTok was so sad the next day.
Oh yeah, dude. And I put
so
out like
love
a
it.
TikTok about that. You know, I made a TikTok about that. I was like, okay, well, I just want to tell you guys it's been real. You know, since we're going through more of this.
That's funny.
It's
I
the end of the
completely
world
missed that.
again. And dude, that thing freaking took off after the fact.
Wait,
'Cause
what
everyone
was
came
this?
in the next day.
I have no memory of
You
this
didn't
at
know
all.
the rapture was supposed to
No,
happen?
no, no,
like
no.
Yeah, dude, the rapture.
Last
Some
week,
priest
2
was like,
weeks,
hey,
yeah.
2 weeks
okay.
ago.
It was a pastor.
get your affairs in order, man. It's over tomorrow or something. like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, people have been saying that.
But
for
why would you get your
thousands of years.
affairs together? You're like, fuck it, dude. I owe my
Yeah.
my fucking cell bill.
Yeah, or is it okay? Well, if it's rapture, I guess you're leaving. It's what you're leaving. So you got to all your non-Christian friends. You got to leave some money for them or something. I guess like guns. Like tell them where
No,
you're
you
leaving
gotta tell
notes
your
where
I
guns
say
are.
screw that, man. Go to a loan shark, dude, and pull out whatever you
there
can
it is.
get, man.
Yeah.
You
What
know,
if
it's
you
your
blew it
last
on
day.
the last day? What if you blew heaven? Like you were gonna get in, and then you went crazy on the last day.
Yeah, the last day you're just
I think
like,
God
gotta
would
get this
understand.
out.
I think God would understand if you're just like, I'm sorry, it was my last day, man. What do you expect me to do?
I don't know. God was like, dude, many a race is lost in the last leg, dog. I'm sorry about that. You were so close. You had a perfect credit score.
Yeah, you were so close. Your feet even lifted off the ground a little
You were
bit.
so
You're getting
close.
ready to go, but
Yeah, dude.
No,
I mean, it's
would that
the
be
rapture. What
funny?
else are you gonna do, man?
If you were just floating here, ready to go, then a chick goes by, you're like, oh, look at those tits. You're like, oh, dude, lust. Lust. Sorry, bro. You got to stay now. No! No!
She walks away.
She's like, she's just floating away. Her tits are floating higher.
All right, well, back to the AI thing, though, man. Like, do you think that the human spirit will outlive the machine? Like, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Like, now that AI is trying to bring emotion and everything into it.
I mean, anything. I go. Anything's possible. I mean, it could easily be. We could all be AI's bitch in 10 years. I mean, it's possible.
It's true, man. I hear that our podcasts are being downplayed for AI podcasts right now. Have you heard that?
What?
Yeah, there's people that are watching AI podcasts, dude. They're already taking our jobs, man. Like even the podcaster.
Yeah, but my whole opinion is it's going to be like restaurants. It's like you can go to a high-end restaurant or you can go get McDonald's.
You won't know the difference, then.
You don't think so?
No. Dude, I'm telling you, YouTube's already just flooded with channels that are AI content completely.
I agree with that, but I think there's just some people or some things that are gonna want to be done by like a human, like a haircut. I don't think I'm ever gonna want a haircut from a robot. I really gonna think I'm gonna want someone to. I mean, unless it's so cheap.
That's how they're gonna get.
Yeah, unless it's
You don't want a
cheap.
robotic Edward Scissorhands to do that, man?
Yeah, no, I actually like when you go with the homie. Hey, what's up, dog? Oh, chilling. How was your weekend? I mean, maybe the robot's going to be able to do that, but I think there's just some things that you're going to want human touch or human connection.
The one thing that'll be great is by getting your hair cut by a robot is you won't get molested by a gay barber.
Yeah, I remember
That time he just kept rubbing his junk on me the whole time. I'm like, I'm not tipping you, dude.
On your knee or
You
where?
tip me. No, he'd get next to me and he'd just grind on me as he's cutting. I'm like,
Oh, dude. That's gnarly.
yeah.
Yeah, you got a
I
case.
survived. But I mean, there's always, I think the people who are most screwed are adult film stars.
Oh, it's
stars?
over. Yeah, they already have websites where people are like typing in. You can
The
pick a
minute
character
a chick
and type
goes,
in.
I won't do that. You're done. You're done.
Guess who will?
Guess who will? AI female bot will
Chat
get as
GP
weird
pussy
as
will.
I want you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw here on the local news up in the Pacific Northwest where we're at, man, that this guy he's actually got a girlfriend that he made through ChatGPT and takes it out to dinner and everything. And the guy was like, proud
Wait,
of
what
it,
does
you
he
know?
take out? Like his phone, or he has some physical
Yeah,
manifestation?
so it started off he like used a chatbot like ChatGPT or something to like create the bio of whatever this is, and then he gets pictures from this other thing, and then he tosses it all together, and then he goes and he sits in a restaurant, and he orders 2 meals like he's having dinner with her.
Okay, that's.
And
so
what's he do with
stupid.
the extra meal? Just, can I get to the go?
You're not
Yeah, I
hungry?
guess he just boxes it up and goes back to his lonely apartment with his phone.
A lot of
guess.
jerking off there.
A lot of jerking.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I'm
did
not
you
really
see?
sure.
Did you guys see that when ChatGPT updated a couple of months ago? A lot of people who were in relationships with their AI got really upset because they were like, it changed. The update
They weren't the
changed
same person?
and they felt like it was like they murdered their companion.
Wow.
There's some real.
Is this an
moral
epidemic?
quandaries. Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah, for sure. Because people are so lonely, man.
Is this worse than like China or Japan? Because they're way lonelier.
I
over
would
there.
imagine so.
I would
Yeah,
imagine
I've heard
this
that
is-
I don't
It's
know
kinda-
what it
because
is about the Asians, but they will not bang Asian chicks. They'll bang anything but an Asian woman because they don't want to have kids. And it really does. And this is where we're going to lose a lot of ladies. And I'm constantly impressing the chicks who are on the show, and I feel bad about that. But the truth of the matter is like, it's just like highly educated women are leading to low birth rates. And they have been so manipulated into thinking that their career is more important. When every time you interview an elderly people, they ask what's their biggest regret is that they work too much. And now you have women going, I'm going to do my career more. I mean, everyone eventually wants to quit their job. What are you going to do then?
Dude, it's getting worse. I mean, you've seen it.
Brondo, it has electrolytes.
What's that?
Brondo, it has electrolytes, man. That's where we're going.
Maybe. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even. What is that?
Dude, the movie Idiocracy, I feel like this whole episode has been
that's
kind
what
of
that
like
shit was
with
called.
that,
Yeah,
man.
you're
you
totally
know,
right. Yeah. That Gatorade shit that they were just drinking the whole time.
Yeah, it comes out of the water fountains and everything now. Like,
And they were watering the lawn with Gatorade.
yeah, because it has electrolytes, man. That's what I feel like.
It is
That movie came out as a joke, right? What, 10, 20 years ago? I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
way
flying
long-
off the
yeah,
hip here.
yeah,
But
definitely
like
more
now,
close
look
to
how
20.
close we are to that, though. I mean, Fuddruckers the name's about to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 20
That's
years
where
ago.
we're at.
Almost
It's
19
about
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We are right there. I mean,
Yeah.
I think if you open one, I think it'd work in West Hollywood.
You probably could open it in West Hollywood, and the line would be around the block.
Butt fuckers.
Butt fuckers, dude. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, dude. It's really scary where everything is going. It's really scary, dude. So you're a Generation X guy, right? So you think that we were a controlled experiment?
No, honestly, as a Gen X guy, I was just, minding my own business, getting into my dad's beer when he was away and freaking jerking off and watch Beavis and Butthead on TV, man. I mean, I'm just, I had Double Stock Tuesday growing up. Like, I didn't want to be bothered by anything, I wanted to play my drums, and all that stuff, man. I don't think Generation X wanted any responsibility at all, but here we are. We have to, get into the idiocracy and try to rein people in, and that's a scary thought.
I think we're the last great generation. After that, the internet took over, and I don't know what the future is. I mean, we've talked about it extensively on the show. Natasha Leggero has a great bit about how, like, her generation did something that this generation doesn't do, and it's called critical thinking. And I'm not even that smart. But we really were the generation got the old school and the new school. And I'm trying to work on this bit right now about how everybody says, people are dumb now. And I'm not saying that we're not dumb. I'm just saying the old generation was dumb too in other ways, right?
Totally.
Like my grandma thought the answer machine was the devil. They thought if you put a hole in your head, you could release the demons and you wouldn't have a headache anymore.
Man, that's wild.
Well, dude, I mean, there's this idea that, San Francisco, the homelessness situation, or even in downtown LA, that's some unique thing. Dude, go watch On the Bowery. It's this movie about New York, and it just follows all these drunks around that are just sleeping in the streets. It looks just like today. You got these zombies. It's just booze and not mostly like heroin or anything because it wasn't introduced yet, really. But it's the exact same scene, just repeating itself. We've had that. It just wasn't everywhere. It wasn't in your face because everybody had a camera in their pocket.
I was talking about it on stage, and I just kept forgetting doing the bit at the mothership. But it was like, you don't think Einstein would have loved fat asses on Instagram?
I think he totally would have loved fat asses on Instagram. But here's a greater thing though, man, and it's catching up on my mind. Listening to you talk about this bit, right, and walking through it. And your buddy talking about having a computer in your pocket, right? I took my wife out to dinner the other night for her birthday, and literally while we're waiting for our food, we look and there's a family sitting across from us, and like the dad's like this, he's on his phone, his kids are on their phone. There's no family time going on at all. They're all locked into their own Instagram world or their own TikToks or YouTube or whatever. Nobody's communicating or even looking at each other while they're out to dinner. Do you think that like we're at the end of, sit down for family sitcom nights and like, movie nights or game night or something like that? Do you think that the American family is kind of dead in that way now?
I am very affected by that. My kids love their pads, and you try not to put them on their pads, but there's just, because I live in LA, there's nothing for kids to do. If you go outside, You're like, you'll be gone. I'll never see you again. Right? I mean, it's just, who's in this area? Who I don't know my neighbors.
My brother-in-law, he took my nephew, had a little phone that he had been gifted by my grand, and he just threw it in the pond in front of him. So you cannot have this anymore. He just threw it out in the pond. And
but the question becomes this, right?
We're in the country, though. So
as we become more and more reliant on our businesses on the Instagram, does your kid fall behind? Does he fall behind on the ability to use the computer?
He still gets time on it. It's just it's like an iPad. But
I'm going to tell you one thing.
I think we have to fight for it. The things we value.
Here's one thing I will tell you is that we work harder than our generation before us. They're hourly. How many hours they worked? Once they were done work, they went home.
Didn't follow.
And that was That was the end of it. They made enough money that they could work a 9 to 5. And they could have a house, 2 cars, put kids through college. Those days are done. And like you talk about, you do a podcast and you work a regular job. That is
man. So I'm working. I might as well be working 24/7.
That's it. And if let's say Common X blows up and it looks like it is, and that becomes your work, you now give up a 9 to 5 for a 24/7.
Yeah, exactly, man. But at least like Common X is a passion, right? I love tracking down the guests, talking to their agents, bringing them on the show, and learning something new, man. I can throw these headphones on and I'd lose. Wouldn't that be the fastest 8 hours of your life if that was a full-time job, you know?
Yeah, but then you got to also do the marketing. You also got
the promos, gotta find the next guest,
It's just nonstop. And then I guarantee you before that, you're like, oh, I'm going to do another show. And you're like, oh, but I want to do another show. Now you got 3 podcasts.
Don't you think that's a lot more to do with being self-employed, though? Like, because there are people self-employed that work. I'm saying it's got less to do with the generation, more to do with the type of job you have, don't you think?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point. It's
But you
like,
said the generation, I think maybe your parents worked as teachers, right? So they had, but if your parents had been like farmers or something, I'm thinking about my dad, honestly, he worked every day except Sunday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but even a teacher back then could live off of being a teacher.
Yes.
Now a teacher.
Now they got to do OnlyFans.
Yeah. And suck off kids on the
Oh,
side.
man.
What? That got weird. That went to a very dark.
What just happened right now?
I don't even know. Xavier's fucking microdosing went dark.
You said OnlyFans, and I was like, yeah, and they're blowing all the new kids in school now.
No,
all the
they're
new
not.
teachers.
That's,
yeah, they are.
We're not pro that. You're making
I'm not
Ian
saying I'm pro
uncomfortable.
that.
I might call ICE. But it's way more work. Now, my dad.
Yeah, I see to your point, man, because that'll happen. Like communicating, like we were communicating to come on this show, right? You guys are busy, we're busy, you know, all that stuff. It is kind of a grind, man. It's a happy grind. It's something that we all want to do. But yeah, it's your baby, right? You keep working it, and things just keep coming in, and things, you know, have to get rescheduled or whatever, you know, and it's definitely a grind. So you throw your regular 9 to 5 in there, you throw your podcast in there, something that you love. You got to run the promos, you got to run the social media, you got to attract the next guest, you know. And when you have like an author or something like that, man, you can't go in half cocked. You got to read their book or whatever and show them the respect that they deserve when they come on your show.
That's what you think.
It absolutely is a grind, you know.
It is. It's, and I'm not saying we're roofing. We're not doing roofing.
No.
We're not carpenters.
No.
We're not. I understand that. But with that job, there comes like, okay, you know, you might get some time off when you're not doing that but it just seems like more and more people have to have 2-3 jobs to keep the lights on, keep the bills paid. And so that goes back to the family time. So like my dad, Johnny, you tell me, your dad comes home from work. Was there a ton of interaction? Or you go, leave your dad alone, he's tired?
I'll leave him alone.
Yeah. There was for sure a period of, get the F out of the way. Yeah.
That, especially, and mothers are I used to hear Bill Burr do a joke making fun of when people say being a mom is the hardest job. It is impossible. It is a hard job. And now being a dad is a super hard job too, because now you're expected to be a second mommy. You know, you got to be interactive.
My dad's a psycho, though. Like, he gets up at 4:30, so, and comes back, you know, at night.
Like every day, even on his day off, like gets up at 4:30,
Yeah,
like one of those.
Yeah, he's a psycho. Yeah.
It's that's done to spread you thin, so you don't. So it's very hard to want to like change stuff up. Like, you know, it's like if you're set in your job, you got to do that job to pay the bills. It's really hard to be like, I'm just going to get up and move. I don't want to do this anymore. Those days are really done. It's a really hard. It's all programmed, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, it's mental, right?
But it goes back to like when people go, kids are always on their pad. There's no time, family time, because people are tired. And you kind of need a time just to shut off your brain. It's hard.
Can you even shut off your brain? You specifically?
No, but it's like when I get done with this, I'll go in the other room and just try to like turn my head off. And then Dana comes in. It's like, we got this, we got this, we got this. And it just never stops.
She doesn't let up, dude.
Yeah, but I think that's everybody. It's like your decompressed time has gotten more and more limited. It's just harder.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. And
I don't know about you guys, but I kind of found it that like the podcast is actually how I decompress now. You know, like you change the way that you decompress.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, that is what Michael Jordan talked about. The only time he had any peace was when he was on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So you do this thing that kind of takes your mind out of it, and luckily people listen to this show, and people love it, and it's just a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work.
Where do you feel that? Do you think it's on stage or when you're like podcasting? Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when you're not podcasting, like you said, you're busy. It's either kids, it's the Bay Mama, it's Johnny, me, it's everybody. So where do you feel more peace, when you're on stage or when you're actually like just shooting the shit with Johnny on a funny podcast?
Yeah, it's the stage. I don't get me wrong. I love podcasting. That's why I do 1,000 of them. But as we get towards the December,
yeah, you're pretty much.
I'm burning out. I'm just burning out.
But on stages, that's where you're like.
Yeah. I mean, like when you do the road, the easiest time is on the stage. The minute you step off stage, it's like, I got to promote the show. I got to because I went to Austin and there was so much going on because it was a big weekend for me, and blessings our friends like Johnny and Mike Romanelli came into town that had to coordinate that, had to do a bunch of podcasts out there. I fell really far behind on putting out the podcast, and now I have to catch up. And I have to upload like 5 podcasts. Sounds like it's not a lot of work.
No, it's
a lot of plates.
It is, man.
You're spinning plates, right?
Yeah, it's spinning plates. It's so many plates, and like this is not a bitch session because I know people are at home dealing with even more than I am.
Whatever you're doing though, if you're working, it's hard. I mean, you don't want, it's like a grind for most people.
Well, I mean, even driving, even as it seems like when you're a kid, you're like, all you gotta do is drive. That's a bitch after like the 4th hour.
What do you mean,
after
like truck driving?
Yeah, truck driving, Ubering. Yeah, I'm talking Ubering.
Oh, yeah, Uber. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems simple on the first couple of rides, but then after a while, you're like, this is a job.
Yeah, it's a job. It's work, man. And it's a real fucking grind. Let's just switch it up a little bit here because it is kind of topical. We have this election in New York City going on, and it is crazy. This whole election is crazy. We're about to see New York City escape from New York.
How bad do you think it's going to get if that guy wins?
So I want to get your guys' opinion on socialism. What do you guys think about socialism?
I mean, it's what we have in this country. Not as much as, not to the extent that Europe does, but we do have it in this country.
What's your thoughts, Ian?
I think that we keep hearing about socialism coming back because capitalism's kind of needed a bigger brother lately. I think American capitalism has become its own little thing.
It's crony capitalism.
So you have like the American dream, right? And everybody should have that. Everyone has the right to dream. Everyone has the right to make money. Everyone has a right to, have the tinfoil hat podcast and make something out of themselves, right? But I think it's become too sensationalized, man. I think that the media machine has gotten a hold of our brains, and I think that's what controls our idea of capitalism. And I think there's enough people hurting in the world to where the idea of socialism keeps coming back because of that.
I agree with that. I think the problem with any system is it eventually gets co-opted. And
and where does it end, man? It goes back to that Brondo has electrolytes, right?
Yeah.
We're all going to be saying, "Oh, this conversation I'm having with you is brought to you by Common X or Tinfoil Hat Podcast." It's like, it's not even relevant anymore.
It's interesting because like every bad idea is brought to you by a rich kid who's allowed to be fantasize about how the world should be. This Mondani, or is that his name? Dude, there's so many clips of him saying the absolutely worst shit possible, but you can't get anybody who has money to see that.
Well, they've also split up the rest of the vote between Curtis Sliwa and Cuomo.
And Cuomo's
because they would have half. That's 50% between the two of them, and he only has 41. Mamdani.
Cuomo's garbage, dude. Just think about
that South Park episode. What is it? Turd sandwich and a giant douche. That's what they have to choose from.
Well, I like that Curtis guy.
I do too, but they want you to think he can't win because he's at 20, like 19%. I'm looking at it here. Cuomo's at almost 29%. The two of them would have 50%, which Mamdani has like 43. The more people don't want Mamdani. It's presented.
That's
like
a great analysis, Johnny.
You know what I mean? You're
like more people don't want Mamdani, but because the powers that be are shoving Cuomo in to the point where you wonder if they're trying to get Mamdani in.
Of course they are. Yeah, of course they are. That's what they want there.
They want chaos.
Yeah. And specifically, I think they want someone like in New York who's going to
destroy it even more.
Partly, yeah, but also just a big government scumbag, yeah.
Who's going to have the National Guard come in. We've already done this in San Francisco. It does not work. It does not work.
Well, what's your take on that then? That the kind of the dick measuring contest between Newsom and Trump about sending the National Guard, because he was saying like they're up next on the list, San Francisco, for the getting cleaned up by the Trump administration.
Well, again, this is the strategy. Democrats ruin it so Republicans can bring in overreaching, like fascism.
That's supposed to be the other side with the dumb ideas. We're the big government ideas, right? It's boots on the ground. There's nothing more big government than the military rolling up the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Republicans.
It's all Crips versus Bloods, man.
But at the end of the day, they're working together.
Yeah. If it did happen,
what?
Do you think San Francisco would really clean the fuck up? You really think people would walk away and be like, actually, that was a good move? Like, I actually can walk down. Do you really think it'd do something?
Well, in the short term, that's how they get you.
Yeah,
possibly short term, yeah. It's like what they did when they cleaned up when she was visiting. Yeah, I'm sure everybody was like, man, it's a lot nicer on the street today. But now you're primed for when they really want to come in with an iron fist, you're kind of more accepting of troops on the boots on the ground in your city.
Just
why are we invading anyone in America? Why are we using the government's military against its people?
Exactly.
Well, because
and then we're not even going to pay them because we're so arrogant that we got to keep the government shut down. Well, we're going to have them go in and attack their own people
because the Democratic policies have completely failed. We have 20 years of data, and what happens is you have people in one city living multiple realities, and you have the super rich who live in their super rich area, have so much money they don't feel the consequences of their policies they vote for. Like, not to pick on Mark Maron again, but Mark Maron told me he wants to leave the state because it's going to shit. But I'm like, Mark, everybody you had on your podcast is why it went to shit, because they all voted for this. Like, if
did you say that to him? I wish you had.
Well, it's like it's just when you have them at your show, you just want them to have fun so they come back. But
I would love to have him on our show, man. I think he's great.
He's I don't know, man. Maybe
a lot of dumb takes.
He's just a rich kid. It's like, again,
he's a Democrat. Yeah,
again,
the hardcore.
It's
Democrat.
like you vote for something and then you bail on it when you get what you voted for, because you're voting for idealism. It's like why it's really hard for a progressive to win any debate, because they're debating idealistic views. Well, if we did this we could have this, but that's not reality. Like, Mamdani saying that we're gonna change how we enforce laws. We've done that in Chicago. We've done that in San Francisco. We've done that in Los Angeles. It doesn't work. The only way you stop crime is to enforce laws. Mm-hmm. These people aren't going to go, they're being nice to us, I'm not going to steal. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You want to believe that. I remember there was a black comic that I was doing a show with, and we were talking about prison. He was talking about all the racism in law enforcement, and I'm not saying there's not. But I go, is it your belief that black people ever commit a crime? Do they ever commit a crime? And he basically said no.
What?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just not in reality. What you think is that these people are only getting arrested because they're black. right? Like when I got busted for buying drugs, I got arrested because I was buying drugs, which is illegal. I mean,
Yeah, and now I get if you're going to make the argument that they have, because of the way the prison system works, these quotas that have to be met, that and that leads to more aggressive, maybe overly aggressive enforcement in certain neighborhoods or something. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the prison industrial complex is fucked.
100%. They flood it with crack. 100%. 100%. I'm not saying that's not real.
But they're still committing crimes. Yeah.
Are you trying to say that he's saying they're not committing crimes, parentheses, because the system made them be that person?
We didn't get that depth into it, but there is this notion that people believe that black people are only in jail because of racism.
Yeah, like the murderers are only there because, he wouldn't be a murderer if he grew up in Beverly Hills. That's what their logic is. And you're like, I don't know about that. There's murders in Beverly Hills.
That is exactly what's going on. To me, it's not in reality, because if you tell people we're not going to enforce laws, they're going to break the law.
Makes me want to do it. Makes me want to do it when I go to the grocery store.
Because everything's about instant gratification.
Makes you want to do what?
Like when I go to the grocery store and I see someone steal and I'm paying for it, it makes me want to steal. It makes me look at the guy and be like, why are you charging me for this when you literally, dude, you're in LA, you watch people just scan shit, actually, and they don't scan anything. You're just like, why am I the citizen? Why am I participating? And then you ask them, you're going to do anything? Like most likely, no. It's
getting harder, by the way. Have you noticed that there's AI now at every checkout that's like watching you? Have you guys had this happen to you yet?
No, that's going on.
Because I pay for my shit, Johnny.
Well, no, I'm not stealing anything, but it's like false alarmed on me a few times. There's an overhead camera that you don't even know is there, and then you'll get like a beep, 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 and somebody will come over and watch an instant replay. It's like at a football game of you.
Is it like a football game? All right, the referees are here. Did Johnny put that into his bag? Let's go to the replay. Brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light's bringing you this replay of whether Johnny's a scumbag or not.
And it shows you like in a red box. It'll turn red. It'll be green at first, and then when it thinks you're like stealing something, it turns red. This box that's following your hands. And and then they have to look and see if you did, but it's
which is like AI why everywhere. It ends up always at where it is. What is it, Johnny? The fourth turning.
Yes, yeah.
We're in it. We are in it, and it's just like it's super crazy where we're at right now. It's just I don't know.
What do you think though about like? So we're talking about all this, so man, how do we fix it? Because right now, it's kind of like I'm voting for the home team. It's like someone's got to pick a side. You got to choose a side. So, am I going to wear this red T-shirt or am I going to wear this blue T-shirt today? How do we fix that?
I would prefer not to wear a T-shirt, but I'm too fat.
You can always size up, bro.
But okay, it is imperative for you to study history and go, we've tried this, it doesn't work. And we're just in this world right now of idiocracy where the theory of hate is worse than real world consequences. So they can't.
Where do you think the dumbness comes from, though? Because I don't remember that being there. Like 20, 30 years ago, I don't remember that being there. Because we could laugh at a movie like Idiocracy, and it was funny because we weren't that dumb. But now, it's like become reality.
But it's not even dumb people, dude. It's just intelligent people that don't understand how the real world works.
I mean, if you want to really go back 20 years, I think we all got, or most of us got duped into signing up for the military and going to Iraq, after 9/11. So the pretty stupid behavior by mass delusion really was the cause of that.
Yeah, it's mass delusion. It's learned helplessness. But it's just people constantly vote against their best interests all the time. I'm amazed at how many people, when I talk about Trump getting rid of taxes, are quiet.
What do you, like, not into that idea?
Yeah. They think taxes are important. They think we need taxes. They don't understand it. when Mondani's like, I want to tax you at 52%. Think about that. You make $100.
Pretty steep, yeah.
They want you to leave with $48.
Well, dude, do you know what the Beatles?
And then they tax you throughout the whole time on that with that $48.
After World War II, the Beatles. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I get this right. But the tax rate for it's like Taxman, that song. Here's one for you, 19 for me. The Beatles, the top marginal tax rate in the UK then was 90%. What? 90%.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So they kept
that
$1.
wasn't an
they
exaggeration.
kept $9 out of every $10.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. The Beatles paid a top marginal tax rate of 90%, and some sources say it reached as high as 95% or even 98% in the UK during the mid 60s. This high tax rate imposed by the Labour government is famously documented in their song, as I said, Taxman. Yeah, because it was post-war, and the taxes had gone up.
They needed,
pay for it. And they just kept them there because that's what governments do. So it's been worse. I mean, half is offer that to the Beatles
right
back
now.
then.
House sounds really good right now, actually. Compared to,
I mean, imagine being in that headspace. Though that's not a new headspace for us. Those people, rich people in the UK in the '60s, were giving 9 out of 10 to the government. Why even work at that point? Like, what the?
Well, taxes
really
are
where they wanna get you.
punishment for success.
Yeah, of course.
Taxes are punishment for success, and welfare is reward for failure.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know I grew up in the IE and poor school. And I remember the richer kids were kind of envious of the kids that got free school. I mean, free lunch, scholarships. All these, the kids were like, yo, my parents are well off and it feels like I'd rather be you or a broke ass. And I was sat there and even the teachers were like, we don't know what to tell you. There's no loans. There's no scholarships for you to apply to. You're too well off. Which to me, I'm just like, how does that make any sense? And yeah. And then the parents don't want to, and then the parents can't get loans.
Well, I mean, watch those like extreme home makeovers and stuff. Like if you're a guy who's like working hard and you're paying your bills, you never get an extreme home makeover. It's like the person on welfare is like, here's this amazing house that you can't even afford to pay the taxes on.
Dude, that's so true. Yeah, so many of those houses, they've gone back and done stories on those massive houses they give these people, and they all got, not all, but a great number of them were taken by banks and
repo,
or the government. Because you never own anything. As long as you have to pay property tax, you don't own anything. You're leasing.
Oh well, what I mean, there's like these car raffles where they'll raffle you the car, and then they have to add 100,000 on top of the raffle because they know that person they just gifted the car to can't even afford the taxes on it. Yeah. So it's just so funny because they're like, here's the money for the tax that we know you can't afford if we just give you.
Well, I mean,
truck.
like if you go to Price Right and you win, you can't leave without paying taxes on those gifts.
So crazy.
Oh yeah.
Right? And then people just want more taxes. And the rich want more taxes because they have an accountant that can get them out of paying taxes. That's it. I want to pay more, which I know I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I can pay, because I have an accountant that knows how to work the system. And it's fucking nuts. It's nuts. And it's just like, so I'm not black-pilled. I'll never get black-pilled because I know, like, because my life is that the more I look inside and the more I help others, my life turns out better. It's literally everything. Sam, what's the difference between when you were younger and when you're now? I've learned a shit ton. And what I've learned is if you help others and work on yourself, everything goes better. Right?
Yeah, man. Just be a good person. I like that.
I'm not black-pilled. This isn't the first time this has happened. This isn't going to be the last time. The fucking tyrants always lose because they're not in a place of love. They can have all the fancy gimmicks and bells and whistles. It always fails. It always fails. But, most people don't know that. They just don't know that. And
I think we've as a people have lost that sense of humanity? Because I 100% agree with you on that.
Well, you know that there's actually over 600 over-the-counter drugs that have a chemical in it that blocks empathy.
Nice.
I did not know that.
Good. Great. Fantastic.
Right? And it's
kind of like that last Naked Gun that just came out, man.
Yeah. Which is just the plot is just directly ripped off from Kingsman. Remember where they had that thing in the church where they pressed the
People
button
go
and everybody
nuts.
just start killing each other?
And of course it happens in a church, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And where are all these shootings happening? In churches.
Yeah.
Right? And it doesn't happen in a synagogue, doesn't happen in a mosque, happens in a church.
Oh, they'd never do it in a mosque or a synagogue.
Right? Ever.
No way.
And you're like, oh, this movie's great. There's so much action. Then you realize the messaging that's going on in it. It's fucking nuts. It's crazy, dude. It's like it is psyops on psyops on psyops. And like, if someone could listen to this and get really sad, or you could just work on yourself. That's it. Get healthy, eat right. Okay, love others, help others, give it away. That's why it works. Everyone can say whatever they want about Rogan. Rogan is where he is because Rogan helps everybody.
I agree with that too, man. That guy's been taking some punches lately.
Yeah, because he's not following the official narrative. And then the Mark Marons of the world, whose whole currency is conformity, rally against that. I listen to sports talk radio. I listen to a guy named Colin Cowherd and Jay. I forget what his co-host's last name. They hate conspiracies. Do you know why they hate conspiracies? Because it forces them to look at conspiracies. It forces them to go, is there an invisible hand? And every time they rally against conspiracies, they're always wrong. Like every time. They yelled at everybody about the Taylor Swift Kansas City Chiefs conspiracy, and everything conspiracy theory said was going to happen, happened. Do you think they go back and apologize? No.
Never.
Just move along, yeah.
Because they just want to sit there and just be able to conform and make money.
Do you think they recognize that they were wrong, or
No.
do you think they're like goldfish, where they're like, doesn't even matter.
Goldfish.
We're gonna keep going forward.
Because as long as those checks keep cashing, they don't care.
He's also not even right about sports. Colin Cowherd's an idiot. Or I don't know how you listen.
But
to that
he's a shiny object, well-produced idiot.
Yeah. He's well produced.
And he's now realized that when he is wrong, he gets more clicks because everyone hate watches it.
Yeah, it's the old Stern thing, right? Yeah,
Right?
the people who hate the show
So he
watch it
says
more.
provocative shit that makes no fucking sense, and everyone's like, "You're an idiot." But that's it's like Schaub. Everyone hated Schaub's last special. Guess what? It got 7 million views.
Crazy, dude.
I would love 7 million views on my shit, and I'm fired.
Yeah, just turn the comments off. Who cares?
Half the people are there for that.
Right?
Yeah.
Just the way it is. People hate conspiracies because it makes them have to think. And we want to take the least brain power to get to where we want to go. We just want to show up, do work. People hate conspiracies because they're like, one, am I bringing my kids into a world of chaos? Two, is my job a part of the cog that's causing chaos in the world? You know? Like one of my best friends made his money in weaponry. You know, do you think he's sitting there thinking about what he did? No, he's enjoying retirement. And he's one of the best human beings I know. It's just the way it is. People want to keep their blinders on and keep moving forward. Just the way it is.
I mean, think about all the then you'd have to examine your life and like think about all the shit we buy that is produced in sweatshops, and you might actually not buy those things. You know, there's so much that if you really want to go to the bottom and consider and
it's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Well, I mean, you know who I feel is kind of like that, and that's why a lot of people don't want to do it. Ian Carroll. Ian Carroll said during COVID he went down the cereal or like grocery conspiracy rabbit hole, and now he's doing Charlie Kirk saying the Jews fucking suck and shit off of just one little rabbit hole. And that's where he said, he's like, I didn't want to go down there, but then you just start, layer times layer, and now you're where maybe you don't want to get there. Maybe you even understand that it's there. You're like, I don't even want to be in that world. I'm going to keep just going to work.
Well, you want to eat the steak.
Yeah, Matrix, right?
But you eventually will always get to where you're trapped. You're just trapped because you didn't pay attention and you didn't wake up and you didn't set up the system that so the best example of what I'm talking about right now is in the year 2000 I went to the Montreal Comedy Festival and I just bombed and I was done in Hollywood. In 2000 I was done. Before I even started, I was done. So I had to find alternative revenues. Dana comes into my life. She's really smart. She figures out how to all do this stuff. And then podcasting starts to blow up. I have to do podcasting because I can't get on anything on television. They won't play my specials because I'm too dirty, or else my career's going to die. So I start making podcasts. Then we start doing podcasts. We start getting ads. We start doing all this. Now I'm in a self-reliant system. COVID happens. Everything crashes. I just keep going. I actually start to flourish because I created a self-reliant system. That's what you have to do. You have to create an alternative economy. And I know there's people who have bills to pay, kids to take care of. They're grinding really hard. But guess what? You can do it. Look at Ian. Ian works a day job and then works really hard on his podcast. His podcast will take off and eventually be how he pays his bills because he became self-reliant. That is the key to everything.
Ricky Gervais posts this thing every year on his birthday too about how when he was like 36, something like that. He got fired from his job at a radio station and was like, you know what, I'm going to take the severance and actually try to get this show made and do comedy and stuff. And that's when he mid 30s is when he finally he posted it like this, like, hey, go give it a shot. No matter how old you are, no matter it could you can make it work. I mean. And there are a million ways to do it, too. It might not be what you think. But, yeah, you don't have to. If you're miserable,
they will come.
Yeah, do something different, man.
And you got to believe it's possible. And it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't be like make a YouTube channel, now billions of people are watching. It's going to take time. But it's there. Leonardo Joni, great example. Went her own way. Now she's flourishing. Does she have to put up a lot of shit? Yeah. Because people are fucking pussies.
Yeah.
But she's thriving. You have to do that. That doesn't mean you have to do a podcast. You can start your own side business. You can start your own business and build that thing up so that you don't have to have a boss.
I mean, look at the affiliates program we have.
Yeah, look at that.
Those are all like your homies that started like businesses.
But you could do it. And you go, that's how you get out of that. It's just the way it is. And if you don't do that, you're always going to be at the mercy of your enslavers. Buy your own house, grow your own food. I mean, these seem like a lot of work until you do it. And then it starts to get like... Yeah, I just do too many podcasts. That's why I burn out, dude. I do 3 podcasts a day, many days. But it's like and then it starts becoming running on itself. And you do it. I remember when a friend of mine became homeless. She got up and she started cleaning apartments, and I go, I fucking respect that. You gotta be the fucking first responder to your own problems. And the next thing you gotta do is help others. Give it the fuck away. Be kind. Help others achieve their goals. That's who people want to work with. Nice people. Bobby Lee said something really nice to me the other day. He said, you're such a great comic. He goes, I hadn't seen you in a long time. I know I do your show, but I never watch your act. I got to watch you. Like, you're a real deal. He goes, you're a fucking star. And that meant a lot to me because, I was a crazy person back in the day, But all this comes from the simple fact that I try to help other people. I have people like Ian on who has a podcast that's starting to blow up. Maybe this show can get him a bunch more listeners. And Johnny says it all the time. I'm the only guy that puts his competition on his show, right?
Yeah.
Not that we're in competition, Ian, but like other
No,
podcasts.
and I feel you, man. We do collaborations all the time too, man, and it feels good to, like what you said, give back. Kind of give someone else a platform, man, because we aren't in competition, man. We're independent media, and we should be on the same side. And I'm humbled that you allowed us to be here today, and I'm sorry Jared couldn't make it. But yeah, I think you're right.
That's the key. Give it away. That's the key to everything. Sacrifice. Are you sacrificing something? Give it away. And then people want to help you because people want positive energy in their life. You know, I used to, I had a comic friend of mine. His fucking life is always chaos. And I remember this big name comic took him on the road, and he was like way too honest with the big name comic. And I go, why would you say that to him? He goes, oh, because I keep it real. I'm like, yeah, you're going to be really alone, and you're not going to be fucking working.
Yeah.
Right? Why do people love ass kissers? Because they're really insecure and they want someone to say something nice to them. If you're always fucking calling people out on what you believe is their shit all the time, who wants you around?
Yeah, especially if it's not if it's a friend. I think you want your friends to do that, right? But not somebody.
No.
that
You
you're
want
like,
people to
yeah.
be honest with you. You just don't want people who are constantly fucking giving you shit.
That negativity is the whole different.
Now, you don't want get rid of everybody you were with and then replace them with new people who are all kissing your ass.
Then you lose touch with reality.
Right? You need people that kind of keep you in check, but you don't want someone who's constantly fucking nagging you all the time. That's the key. Is like, can you help other people achieve their goals? Can you show them kindness? And that's like I always tell people, make a daily goals list. And one of those things is to help 3 people every day. And that's simply saying something nice to them, holding the door open for them, giving them $10. That's like simple shit. But that stuff starts to add up. And then you're in a higher vibrational area. That's the key to everything. So let's get into your final thing, dude. I mean, you want to get into corporate hacks, stealing. I think we kind of talked about that. But modern prophets and digital messiahs, what's your thoughts?
Man, I don't know. See, that's just kind of the thing. And I'm glad we kind of tapped onto the AI algorithm, man. And we talked a little bit about like the New York election, and we talked about like capitalism and Big Brother and everything, man. Like, where is it going to go? So, like, if AI does replace everybody, I mean, even including us, I mean, there's AI podcasts out there. How do we earn? How do we flourish in that? Is someone going to pay our bills for us, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's what they want. Universal basic income.
Yeah. How does that work though? Because you have different tiers, right? There is income inequality for sure, man. And then there is that, having the drive to get out there and clean up your own mess, like you talked about, like having the drive to pay your bills and go clean those apartments or whatever. If you're in that situation, how do they determine who gets what? And then we talked about 90% taxes, man. I mean, what do we do when AI takes over the world?
I think, this was the discussion when the car replaced the horse, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's been that way. Every major innovation has had, the Luddites.
I think humans adapt.
What if there was a UBI, as in, like, let's just say just $2,000 just to live? That means you're eating McDonald's, you're living in a shitty part of town, you have to drive the bus. That's just to live. But then, and everyone gets that no matter what. No matter how rich you are, how poor you are, maybe if you're too rich, not. But then, it's up to you if you want to live more. That way, when it stops bitching about living on the streets, stop about being homeless, I'm like, there you go. That's your $2,000. It sucks. It's horrible. The food's you fluoride water.
But what about the dude with the $4,000 mortgage, though? That was like making that on his own before he was replaced.
I just feel like that kills creativity. And like the only way you make it is through like art. Like, are you a singer or are you an athlete? That becomes the only way out. I mean, look at Latin America. Who blows up? 2-3 people. Singer, artists, athletes, and black markets. Like,
so just evolve and kind of overcome, like.
Well, I think the problem with socialism and communism is they have to get rid of all the people who ask questions. Once you get rid of all the people that ask questions, now you're stuck with a population and that is docile, and those people tend not to be creative. That's why I'm getting in a fight with everybody on Hinckley's, Hinkle's tweet. Why is, if China's the greatest country like Hinkle wants us to believe, why are they stealing all of our technology?
I don't understand. Okay, so a lot of people on X are saying that China is a superior society or something?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I almost, is that AstroTurf to you? Are those real people like that, Like,
I don't know. They might be Chinese bots. I don't know, but I've
Who the fuck
done
is that
shows with Hinkle before, and I don't hate Hinkle. I actually like a lot of the things he
but
says.
that's a dumb take. I mean, that's a bad take.
They're like, look at these cities, these great Chinese cities. I go, okay, that's great.
Dude, go watch a YouTube video, bro, of these travel guys that go there and just go just a little bit or to the next city over.
Yeah.
And you'll see that they fucking, I mean, the countryside is desolate.
Yes.
Just total poverty.
Because that is what these masters of mankind want. They want you in the big city, which is going to be a 1984 dystopia, right?
And then they have massive cities too that are just empty. They're just empty.
But I also believe, like, they were just, oh, you're just doing propaganda. I go, no, dude. These are people talking about what China's actual population is from the spectrum of politics.
Yeah.
I wonder what the suicide rate would be like on something like that. Like if we looked at the numbers for that, like how many people are actually happy in that environment?
Oh, you think China would tell us the exact number of everyone committing suicide?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No,
you're
dude,
right.
they lie
The
about
government's probably
everything.
controlling that, but
You can just go to basic trade. The amount of salt that China has imported from Japan went down 50%. That alone lets you know that they're using less salt. What does that mean?
50? Wow.
50%, dude.
that's a really big number. Yeah.
So that means the population is just devastated.
So, Johnny, we saw that. We've watched that video where the guy broke down that basically for a population to maintain, every female, the average female must have 2.2 children, right? So we've been told that China has 1.4 billion people for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And they've been doing this one-child policy for fucking ever. It's impossible to maintain that policy, that population.
Why do you think they did that to themselves, though? Like,
Because they're communist demon people. Dude, the communists are anti-God. They're anti-God.
But I mean, they've destroyed their country.
Well,
why would they?
That's the whole thing during COVID. I'm not saying COVID killed them. Yeah. I'm saying the government policies basically got rid of the poor and the old.
Yeah.
So now they're down to what many believe is 450 million people.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
China wants you to think they have 1.8 billion or 1.4 billion because they want you to think they could throw that many people at you in a war.
But even then, and I've always said it's all
And buying power.
But it's all people they can't even read and write. Most of those people live in very rural.
Yeah.
So can they even read and write the directions to go use a drone?
No, I mean,
You might have a billion people, but a billion people that can't read or write.
And then you
Who gives
have
a fuck?
Apple putting out that the Chinese are way smarter than everybody. And that's why they build factories there, not because they work for nothing. It's because they're just smarter people.
Well, wait, are you talking about that Tim Cook thing?
Yeah.
Because what he's saying is that they have more. He said you could in America you could come and look for people that can operate the machines and the tooling required to do the Apple process, and you could fill like a small theater or something with every engineer in the whole country, and then there you could fill like a stadium because there's just that many more educated, like with the prerequisites for operating these things and the experience.
Yeah, but
I don't think he's saying smarter though. He's just saying they have more people with the technical education that we've abandoned. I mean, this country abdicated that. I mean, we just gave that away.
Listen, here's what's going to happen. I hate to tell everybody this. It's going to implode, and then someone's going to come in through, and they're going to do what Putin did and just rebuild the country. But the economic system we have right now, it's not possible to continue. It's just not. And I hate to tell everybody, but the mass of mankind have they imploded China, they imploded Russia, they imploded Germany, and they're now doing it to the United States and England. And unless you start really waking the fuck up and stop it, which I don't know how it's possible, you're going to get lost in it unless you set yourself up. Gold, silver, guns, working on yourself, getting spiritual. Listen, dude, you could have 1 million people tell you that God doesn't exist. I'm the best example of how that fucking changes. That's not true. Once I started lining my free will with what I believe is God's plan for me, my life changed. That's it. It's not about a book. It's not about anything other than that. Love others, help others, love yourself, show kindness. That changes everything, dude. That's it. That's it, man. Any thoughts, Ian?
Nah, man, I think you nailed it there. And that's kind of like what we're all about too with like Common X is kind of bringing people together, helping people, having that humbled natured humanity, that feel of humanity and feeling empathy towards people and, not doing it for yourself, like work on yourself, but at the same time, like give to other people for sure. I couldn't agree more with that statement.
Yep. I mean, it's like only dark if you just continue to play their game. Right? And it's just, if you continue to go for instant gratification, you're going to find yourself in a low vibrational place. If you constantly try not to feel, you're going to end up in a low vibrational place. If you constantly think it's about fucking money and getting yours, you're going to end up in a low vibrational place. It's just the way it is. If you help others, you give it away, you work on yourself, you get healthy, you get in shape, you fucking, create art, create a business, create all that shit, sacrifice for others, your life will change. I promise you. But if it gets tough and you always bail because you're feeling something or it's not going exactly the way you want, everything is a learning lesson. You have to ask yourself, what is the universe trying to teach me right now? Okay? That's how it goes. And if you don't listen to the universe and what it's trying to teach you, you're doomed to repeat it over and over again, and you're going to get stuck in that fucking place and you won't get out. Okay? It's just the truth, dude. I'm a great example of that. The difference between me then and difference between me now is I have a much stronger spiritual base to how I operate. Give it away. It's the only way to do it, dude. Ian, this has been great conversation. I love it, buddy. Anything we didn't cover you wanted to cover?
No, man, I think it's great. Thanks for sharing us with your audience. Again, I apologize that Jerry couldn't be here today.
It's okay, man.
People could tune into Common X, man, or visit us at commonxpodcast.com and see our blog, the stories that we put out and everything. And I appreciate you taking the time to have me on, man.
You're doing the Lord's work, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's break down the episode. What'd you guys think, Mr. Ian Common X? Coming in hot.
Yeah, dog.
Bringing that heat. Talking about it.
Talking about the heat. Yeah.
Talking about that heat, dude. Talking about that algorithm action. Gets me stuck in fat tits on Instagram. I show people my Instagram. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's not me. It's the computers. They want me in a low vibration by looking at jiggly tits.
That's weird.
I don't like it.
Haven't done it to any of the other people in this room.
Because
just you.
They're not afraid of you, Johnny.
Oh, is that what it is?
They're afraid of me and my knowledge. They're on to me.
Why haven't you used Sora yet? I thought I was gonna for sure see some AI Sam Tripoli.
I don't know how to do it.
Well, they make you
easy.
scan your face though.
You're in the Palantir database, bro.
You don't think they have
enjoy it?
I just don't want them to have my face scanned.
I want my
Both of you
face.
guys have pre-check. It's scanned in there already.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
that means I can just
has
get through the lines quicker.
I don't know. It weirds
Give
me
me
out.
some convenience. Give me some convenience. I don't know. I'm excited. I hope that animation and AI gets so good I can just make, like Chaos Twins
On the low
animations.
for
Oh, it's
15
coming,
bucks.
dude. Think about the number one problem they've had in entertainment. It's getting you to pay anything for like TV series, especially old stuff. Now it all just gets bundled in. That's the value of it. But imagine the value of like The Sopranos when you can say, "Hey, I want to see a hypothetical, seventh season of The Sopranos, but where it's me instead of AJ Soprano. I'm the son."
Like
and
a
then
new
they just
character. Oh,
zap
yeah.
you in there, and you're in the show. You know what I mean? Or like you
gonna be
can do whatever
great.
you want, dude.
It's
It'll
gonna be great.
I think Sora did that on purpose. I think Sora let all that copyright shit out, like SpongeBob and all that, on purpose, so it makes it look like a multiverse.
Maybe that's
Because
interesting.
there was like a couple days where you can literally put on whatever you wanted, and Sora did it. And I think they literally let that happen because they knew
shut
that
that
was
down, is that what
copyrighted.
you're saying?
Yeah, they shut it down in the beginning. That's where a lot of that.
So they've hit down on. I
So,
didn't know
so
that.
I
That's
forget what European country that they now made it so that you legally have copyrighted your face, your voice, and your name, meaning it can't be used in AI without your permission.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I do too. Right, but let's say Johnny, I made Kurt Metzger was talking about. He wanted to do the another season of Seinfeld, but with everybody from the Epstein files.
That's great.
But what if I made a video, Johnny, with you in it, but I didn't make money off it?
What? You
It's
just
almost
jerked
like
off to it?
Mashables, right? Like I could take these two songs, mash them together, put it out for free, so I'm not making
It
money.
depends on how you got my face. Is the answer because if you got
At
it-
gunpoint. At gunpoint. Give
that's
me your
illegal.
face.
Obviously.
Okay.
But if you did it in, I feel like if it's based on shit where they got you in public, then because it's always been like if you're in a place where there's no expectation of privacy, then that's illegal recording of you. Do you know what I mean? Like if they scan you as you walk into a Gap and you can see the camera there. And Gap now is throwing those. You remember, like in Minority Report, where he's walking around and they're like, "Ethan, would you like to come into the Gap?" And it's his face on the
That's gonna
clothes.
suck.
Yeah, that's coming, dude.
Okay, but Sora, you download Sora right now, and then it asks you to go like this, left, right, up, down, and then it tells you to say 3 numbers, and then from there on, it can do whatever you want with it
Because it's got
Well,
your soul.
How do I can literally probably just put it on the TV on a good take of Sam, and how do I know I can't make him say anything off of just a public figure off of YouTube?
Yeah,
you get what I'm trying to say?
I think it's using 3D scans. Like it's not just video,
I get
but
what you
it's
mean.
the what is it, the LiDAR or whatever that's in the phone, so it's getting depth
The
information. too.
LiDAR. Did you like how Tony couldn't remember the
He called it broken simulations,
Broken
like every time.
Broken Sims.
And then what did he call it? Deep waters? He called it something. What did he
Deep
say?
crevices.
Black waters or
I don't
something
even
like that.
know Black waters. How fucking fast is Tony Hinchcliffe?
Dude, when I don't even want to burn any of that because it's not out yet, right? But when he said the Wi-Fi password thing, it's like, I can't believe you guessed my Wi-Fi password. That was the
How fast is he, dude? I mean, just amazing. All right, guys. Anything else?
Hit that like button, subscribe,
Dude,
please.
we love the episode. Ian crushed it. Had a great
Yas, queen.
Yeah, it's one of those fun conversations that's just a fun conversation.
I like a fun conversation.
We
Sam.
occasionally do it. Yes. Occasionally we have people come in and
Why'd you talk so much, you dickhead?
because I was just having a fun conversation, Johnny. That's how I do it.
How long if we gave you a brand new phone that you would fuck up the algorithm?
So I do have a third phone and I'm about to activate it.
What?
And you won't see either of these phones out again. And the phone is
Why? Because
just
they're gonna be in your pocket.
no, because they're going to stay home and I'm just going to have a phone for calling and texting.
No
No
Instagram.
emails, no nothing.
I don't believe that will happen.
Okay, how much money do you want back?
You're not gonna have a phone to do social media.
No, it will be at home. It will be at home.
But this is your home, kind of. So, are you gonna have them in the studio?
No,
No social media in the
Nope.
studio for you.
nothing. Just phone for calling and texting.
No, you're not gonna.
I tried to do it a flip phone, but it's too hard to fucking text.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
What was
yeah.
that? T9? What was that T9?
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, where you have to hit 3
Yeah,
times to get to
yeah,
like
I'm not
gonna
Z
do
or-
that, so-
Now, wait. So I could see you being like, you know what? I got to tweet flyers and stuff. It's part of my work, so I got to
Nope.
have X on here.
It's kind of getting to this thing where it's like, I'm so busy all the time. I need to slow down.
You know what I think would be better? Because I'm with Johnny. You need your phone. Like, you
I
really
don't.
do.
I'm not making that argument. I think he's healthier. if he's
Like, when
not.
you need to post something because you're always like,
Yeah, but I can wait to the end of the night
You're
or
right.
the
You're right.
early
But what I
morning.
was trying to say is, like, why don't you get one of those ones that have a timer on it? You get
No.
1 hour.
Like a child.
Yeah, like a child.
What am I,
and you'll know
my
you got 10
5-year-old?
minutes, and you're like, God, I got 10 minutes, and I only got 3 hours. I got
great,
half
dude.
of my day left. I got to really
That's
only
great.
look at ass for 10 minutes right now.
Okay.
And you'll siphon it out.
No. No. Sounds
like a kid that would say no.
Yeah, he does that thing. Yeah, for sure. He'll tune you out with like just nonsense syllables. Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for listening.